Situation like that, when it's out of the zone, you've got to leave it. It can be very tempting when you're in swing mode to want to capitalize on a higher pitch, but they're going to have to be disciplined in this game.
Moss sends it up the middle and it gets through. Base hit starts things off for the Hawkeyes. Young, an Iowa native. Sends this one into left field. Catch is made by Mattiello. Or rather by Bland. Percentage. 324 batting average. Pop up to center is caught and thrown right back in. A look at the defensive starters for this Huskers.
They're going to keep throwing it to you, and you're not going to be able to hit it.
And that's part of the maturation process as well, you know. Throw into second, not quite on line. Not necessarily the most aggressive in terms of the Big Ten. Iowa came in with 30 on the season. Swing and a miss though. Big strikeout here in the first. Earning this opportunity. Andrews with a fly ball deep to center. And it's caught. What a play out in center. Not able to run it down.
Haley Downs watching it. And Billy's watching it. They're fired up. Why not?
And after she catches it, the other outfielders, they're running. Yep, there they go. Another fly ball off the bat of Bland. This one also deep. Once again, another play out in center by Baines. Ray, one of the senior leaders on this team. Gets a piece of that one. And this Hawkeyes defense is relentless.
Right now, now we go over to Iowa and Nebraska.
And Baines gets one through. So Grace Baines getting it done defensively. That up maybe on the computer screen next to your TV screen so you can watch both at once, because of course don't turn this game off either. Swing and a miss, big strikeout for Harness. The conversation in the circle must have worked.
And you're looking to foul pitch like that off, but you can't even really touch it as it goes through the zone.
Grounder towards third. Ooh, tough throw. And speed where she throws. Routine out made at first, and that'll do it for the top of the second.
Missing a day, and they have the off day tomorrow.
Nice piece of hitting there from Cope, bounces all the way through. Cope around the bases, sliding into second, and she is out. Emerson Cope got it, but he did ground out into a double play in her first AB. This time sends it towards third, out at first.
Question is Bacon going to be looking for that?
Bacon got a nice piece of it, diving play in the infield, but she will be safe at first. He was struggling. Freshman out of Sacramento, walking in a couple runs. One back up the middle, right at down. Another great defensive play. This Iowa defense not letting up. It's a network. Hit sent into left field. Mattiello gets things started. First it was the defense delivering for the Hawkeyes. Now can the off
runners on.
Grounder into short, just one out. Lead runner at second. Week doubleheader. You just turned around after a difficult series. Throw to second. Sliding in is Moss. This one just sent towards second. Routine out at first. 2 outs now on the board, but Moss does advance to third.
But it's just hard to time up when you're trying to, you know, sit fastball and react to the change.
Harness gets her down swinging, big third out with a runner in scoring position.
The moment.
This one over the head, and Kaneda onto second. Wind gust blowing in for the most part. Grounder gets through. Rally for the Huskers. Kaneda holds it third.
With a key defensive play to keep a run off the board right away. Good stuff.
Andrews gets a nice piece of this one, sends it into that 7-8 gap. Nebraska on the board, runner still on the move. Throw it home, not in time. Huskers taking the 2-0 lead in the third.
Sure, no one is going to catch this ball. I'm hitting it a hard line drive. I mean, this is one that Ojo just leaves in the sweet spot. Yeah, it's a little down, but as a hitter, when you go down and get that, it can be a really nice hard hit like we see from Andrews. So she finds the left center hole. These are the gaps we were saying these hitters had to find. And then you get results. 2 runs, she goes to third.
So Andrews now on third, no outs, and still plenty of time for the Huskers. Wild pitch will score another run. 3-0 here for the Huskers.
And so this is one of the things we were talking about with Ojo. Just the ball can get away from her, and then when you have someone like Andrews on third who has the speed, I mean, there's this aggressiveness that you just got to be careful of. Because there could be a threat at any time like that, and she scores easily.
Bland sends it up the middle, gets through. Nebraska continuing the rally here in the third. 6 hits already. This one fly deep to center field. Catch made by Baines. She says no.
Nebraska was hitting the ball hard, so when they're making contact with Ojo, we're seeing that continue.
Ball low. Speaking of hard off the bat. And there. Here it's a little bouncer in the infield. Land holds, Cope out at first. 100 RBIs in a great career. Ball low in the dirt. So runners now on first and second.
Stand down, quick.
Hard hit ball right at second. Back broke on the play, and Bacon is aboard. Your catcher out of Shawnee, Kansas. Ball low in the dirt. Gets by Lindsay. Another run comes in to score. The Huskers capitalizing on some Hawkeyes mistakes.
Well, to your point, Kylan, we just saw the error at second base, and so now with the wild pitch, I mean, Poga's working hard back there, just can't quite stay down on this one. It hits off of her glove. You can see it shoot through her legs, and so with bases loaded, Nebraska just able to get another run in.
Bredwell still up to bat. Flies one deep to center. Baines there just before the warning track. Huskers able to tack on 4, though, a big third inning. Well hit ball, doesn't fall. They're laughing about it.
That area.
Fly ball, deep to left center, and that one's gone. Baines with the home run puts the Hawkeyes on the board.
Well, how about this? We've seen Grace Baines with the defense, and now she brings the offense, doing a little bit of it all in this game. I mean, Iowa's not a team that's going to hit it over the wall very often, but when they do, well, they're going to enjoy it because they need it. They need the runs. And Baines just takes advantage. I mean, this is a pitch that's belt high, and this is what you can do with it. When you time it up, you drive it, and they get on the board.
Fewest home runs in the Big Ten, but Baines says, yeah, I'll add one more on. Pop up in the infield. This one covered by Kaneda.
And especially coming off an inning where
hitting it out and finding it here with the Hawkeyes and at this Big Ten level. Grounder sent, almost gets through. Andrews can't make the throw in time. Lindsay safe at first. Third hit on the season. Jackson pops it up. Andrews makes the catch that time. Has been replaced. Jaylee Ojo now looking to get out a couple more batters, as coach just mentioned. Here though, it's a high ball from Kaneda into right field. Catch made.
That's gotta feel good though for.
Right over the plate. Brooke Andrews goes down looking.
How about that? She goes in with the changeup.
Question at this point.
And the way that sets her team up, I mean, if half of her hits are extra base hits, your leadoff hitter is ending up at second or maybe home run, whatever. You don't have the time.
Except not that time, as Ojo stayed as well. Beat Rutgers in a 3-game series between those two. Ground ball into second. Play made as Mattiello out at first.
In the tournament, anything can happen. We see that year after year in the tournament.
High bouncer from Moss, and she's safe at first, but she's grabbing her left knee. Moss on the ground. Young sends this one right into the gap. Runners on first and second, one out. 5th inning rally going for the hit the Hawkeyes have been missing. Came off the bat well, and it does get through. Runners on the move. Sliding back in as Roman to third, ends up holding.
All right, so here you go. You're getting
Diaz gets it through. Hawkeyes on the run. They score 1. They score 2. 1-run game in Lincoln.
Well, it was all about passing the bat and everyone just get on base, do what you can, and that's right now what's happening in this inning. So Diaz gets it through that 5-6 hole. It's going to be good enough to score 2. It's on the ground. They're going. And this is what they were searching for last game.
To attack and be aggressive.
Because they didn't have that in game 1.
Baines with a hard hit, but it's right at first. Tag made. Runners stay. Klosterman named to the Big Ten All-Freshman team with a .316 batting average as a freshman. She is walked, bases loaded, 2 outs. Lindsay with a grounder in the infield. It's slow rolling. Outmade at first. And Nebraska escapes the jam, still holding on. Ball 4.
Man, so that right there, the freebies, we talked about it in the first game, and that I will.
1-1 pitch. Gregg does swing. Fly ball. Caught in the infield.
So nice job. She comes. Maybe what coach was seeing, that if she can mix that in, just like that.
Cope out with a little blooper in the infield. 2 outs, 1 on first. Swing and a miss. Ojo, 2 2/3 innings pitched. Just 2 hits, 1 earned run. Ball low. Throw to second, steal attempt. Bland is safe. Outs. to left. Bland on the move. Throw it home. Not in time. However, there's a throw back to first, trying to catch her off the base as Cody was rounding second. That was Bland who made it home to score, pad the lead for the Huskers. The call was initially out, but this is going to be reviewed. Peyton Cody sliding back in there.
So in terms of runs, they got their 5, and they're hoping to move beyond in terms of this play. To me, she looks safe, like she got her hand in there. The call on the field is that she was out. So let's
once again, Burwell, Sorensen, Dom. Call is safe at first. Ranked 53rd in her, at first base, rather, per extra inning softball coming out of high school. Rips this one down the right field line. Bella Bacon, have yourself a day. Runners on the move. She slides into second. And there's some more dancing happening for the Huskers. I don't know any of the TikTok dances, but hey, they look good doing it, and they're getting it done.
And when you hit it that hard, celebrate however you want.
Yeah.
Do you? That's a really good piece of hitting. That ball gets deep in the zone. She goes the other way. You can see how hard it's hit.
Oh, yeah.
And so a hit like that, first to third, I mean, that's kind of like, especially
dropping 2.46 between 2022 and 23. Ground ball, slow roller. Throw to first in time. Grounder, hit by Jackson, play it first.
Working the edges, trying to get these hitters a chase.
Speaking of chasing, play it first. 2 outs on the board. 2 up, 2 down to start things off here. After running out that single in her last AB, has not returned. Roman pops up a grounder just off the glove of Gray. Young gets a good piece of this one out to center, but Andrews able to get underneath it. Nebraska holds on to the lead here. Canada, though, sends in a base hit. Start things off in the bottom of the 6th.
So 307, but then in conference, 256.
Swing and a miss, and Andrews struck out.
Limit the walks, but I think the progression we're seeing here in this game is positive.
And Andrews with a grounder. They get the lead runner over at second. But now 2 outs with Sammy Bland. Up at the plate, runner going. Andrews sliding into second is safe.
There's that speed. Result shows that or not, we are always fighting. So whether that fight always results in a win doesn't mean in her eyes necessarily it was a loss.
Andrews sliding into third. She's safe on the ball in the dirt. The first Husker with 50 career home runs and 50 career stolen bases. Ground ball from Bland. Out at first. Last opportunity.
Bring it in. Get ready to hit. Yeah, I see a good take.
So there goes ball 4. Diaz now 1 for 3. Cracks this one into right. Hawkeyes stay alive. Trying to make the tap.
I do like that play from Gray though. Just finish it off because you never know.
Yeah. Ains sends a deep ball to left. And it's gone! The Hawkeyes take the lead on a 3-run shot from Grace Baines. Touch every bag, Baines, the senior hero for the Hawkeyes. Hawkeyes in the top of the 7th. 2 home runs.
A team that is not known for the long ball gets 2. She just does a nice job with that bottom half. So she gets it going and turns the hip, stays back on the off speed. You pretty much, you can.
Ground ball. Outmade at first. Ball low, she is walked. Cracks one into right field. Throw to second, not in time. First and second, the runners go. Score stays 6-5. Mattiello with a 1-1 count. This time it's a little bouncer in the infield. Throw made to first. 2 outs now, runners advance.
Light jump to it because she just came in with the off speed.
1-2 pitch here to Roman. Swings and misses. Harness with a huge strikeout in the circle. Now in the circle for the Hawkeyes as they look to close this one out. Grounder to third. Hawkeyes now 2 outs away from a huge comeback. To say here, the freebies coach keeps emphasizing. That's going to be ball 4.
Yeah, and we saw that in game 1, but
it's more of a light breeze. Pop up in the infield, handled by the Hawkeyes, 1 out away. 1-2 pitch. Big rip out to left field, and it's a no-doubter. Oh my goodness, a 2-run walk-off. Did that just happen? Back-to-back walk-offs.
wow, wow, wow.
If the runner left early, it's an out. And the home run does not stand.
And we're seeing that with review this year because you can check this. It does not look like she did. Wow.
So the rule is the runner cannot leave before the ball leaves. Fish hitting crew going to make the final call. And there it is, celebrations in Lincoln. The walk-off win in game 2 will stand following a 1-0 walk-off in game 1.
So Bradwell was swinging. She swung at every pitch in this at bat. This one's up, and you leave it up, and when she's ready to go, she takes it out. She knew it off the bat. There was no question. I mean, she absolutely ripped it.
And you can hear the crowd cheering too.
Everyone knew it. I mean, it's just utter enthusiasm and happiness, and on the other side, just disbelief and disappointment. And it's a really tough one for